XRP is on the verge of a massive explosion, but there's a problem. The million-dollar question is it going to be a massive pump to the upside or an enormous dump to the downside? Take a look. XRP has been in this formation for 6 years. This is called a descending triangle, where you have resistance at the top of your screen, started in 2017, further in 2021, further in 2023, and support at the bottom of your screen, this white line, going back to 2020, going back to 2022, going back to 2023. This is a descending triangle. There's no way around it. The majority of these break to the downside. However, sometimes they break to the upside, like right here. This is BNB. This is a descending triangle. This is multiple years of a descending triangle and a massive pump to the upside. Is XRP about to do this and repeat the patterns of BNB and have a major explosion to the upside? Or is XRP about to have a traditional break of a descending triangle like Bitcoin did in 2018, with resistance at the top, support at the bottom, and a massive downfall to the downside? We are about to break it down using all of the facts in the charts. Furthermore, the same move is happening on the RSI, and it may happen at any moment. Welcome, I'm Steve. Here we deliver honest, sponsorship-free TA with genuine value. Subscribe for a no BS approach that actually helps you. Subscribe. Now, let's take a look. We are on XRP USD. We're on the 2-week chart, and here we are. We've got price action above. In the middle of our screen, we have the RSI. The bottom of our screen, the stochastic RSI. Let's start with price action, and we will move piece by piece. Now, for XRP, we've got a lot going on, and what I want to do is start on the weekly chart. Right? And then we're going to go back to the 2-week chart. But we have 2 moving averages on our screen, which I want you to put. If you're an XRP fan or you hate XRP, you're going to love what I'm going to show you with the charts, whether you hate it or you love it. Right? What I'm about to show you is phenomenal. If you put on the SMA, the 21 SMA, and the 50 SMA on your weekly chart, you're going to come up with a chart that looks like this, right? Now, what we covered back here in 2020 was when this green line crosses back above the red line, we get an explosion in price. So we covered it right here on our channel when XRP was at about 20 something cents. There was a lawsuit involved. Everybody was calling the downfall of XRP, but we called this cross right here. We said that a massive pump was coming. We don't care about the lawsuit or any news event, but the previous time we had this cross was in 2017, and we had this massive pump. So in 2020, we said, hey, be ready for a massive pump, and the pump was about 10x. It went from about 20 cents up to almost $2. However, when it went all the way up to $2, we called out this trend line, and we said, hey, just be careful of this trend line. Right? Because this is a major development. So we went up to that trend line and we had a massive, massive pullback. We had pretty large resistance at that trend line. But nonetheless, that was a 10x pump. Now, I've been getting tons of comments to cover XRP in the comments. I personally don't invest in XRP. I don't have any ill will feelings towards it, but I love to help the community. The only thing I ask in your return is for you to hit the subscribe button and share this video with other groups of people who love XRP, because we are about to get to an exclusive here. Right? We covered this 10x pump right here on this channel, and we are in a pressure cooker at the moment, meaning we have this yellow line, which is representative of major resistance levels. 2017, major resistance with a huge wick. 2021, major resistance with a huge wick. 2023, major resistance with a huge wick, and 2024 most recently we have wicks going into this resistance zone. The only bad news is when XRP moves into these zones, we often move back to our base, forming what's known as a descending triangle. A descending triangle has a resistance level above, which is the channel here, and then the support zone below, which is we go up to this resistance zone, back to the support zone, up to this resistance zone, back to the support zone, up to this resistance zone, back to the support zone. When you have that formation, it's called the descending triangle. Tilt your phone to the side and subscribe. Now, the majority of the time, these break to the downside, but that doesn't mean every time it breaks to the downside. It means the majority of the time it breaks to the downside. If you're relatively new to our channel, we just cover facts in the charts. Not my opinion, not what I hope is going to happen. Definitely not any paid sponsorships. It's just pure cold hard facts that actually help you, right? So that's why you hit the subscribe button. So here we are, XRP. Resistance in 2021, resistance in 2023, resistance in 2024, but things are brewing. As we move further in this descending triangle, it's like a pressure cooker. The further you get down, the more and more and more buildup of pressure. And let me tell you, there's a lot of pressure that's building up for XRP. And we are near the tail end. Something's got to give. We cannot continue this pattern, right? It's going to give out soon, and a major explosion is coming, right? And if you look at it, most recently, right, we had that cross in 2020. We covered the cross right here in 2023, back when XRP was around 40 cents. And we said, look, we had this cross. The last time we had this cross was 2020. We came up to that resistance zone. And we said, look, watch the resistance zone. This is a real deal thing. So we covered the cross here back when XRP was at around 40 cents. It rallied in an explosive rally all the way from 40 cents almost up to $1. But again, was met with heavy resistance. So if you follow my channel, you would have had major profits from this move and just ridiculously illegal profits from 2020, right? This is a major occurrence here. And again, I don't invest in XRP. I know my community loves it, so I cover it just to help people. That's it, plain and simple, right? That's why you need to share this video inside of XRP communities. But here we are. When you look at it, we'll go back to the 2-week chart so I can show you the RSI. Keep in mind, the RSI is overbought, oversold, right? RSI ranges from 0 up to 100. And if you look at 6 years of history with XRP, we had the highest RSI back in May 2017. Then we had a lower high in January 2018. Then another lower high in November 2020. Then another lower high in March of 21. And then yet another lower high in July of 2023, followed by yet another high in October. You get the deal, right? We're having continuous lower highs while coming back to retest our base. This is also a descending triangle in the RSI, right? When you get to the RSI, when you get above this 70 level, that represents overbought territory. And when you get below this kind of 40, 30 area, that represents oversold areas, right? You want to be buying anytime the RSI reaches below these levels here, which we can put at about 40 on the chart, 40, 45, anything below there is phenomenal opportunities for XRP on a 2-week chart, right? So here we are looking at it. We've got the RSI in a similar pattern as price action, but the stochastic RSI at the bottom of our screen could be a big clue. Take a look. The stochastic RSI is representative on the same scale from 0 up to 100. It can also represent overbought, oversold, but more importantly, it's momentum. Where is our momentum? Now, the good thing that XRP has on its side is that our momentum has been low for quite some time. Usually you see that before a big move in momentum to the upside, right? Case in point, we had a cross up back in October of 2023. It was short-lived, came back down, and we just had a cross up in the middle of February, right? And again, this is on a 2-week chart. If you look at the past, when we had an extended period of downside here, and this move to the upside was representative of larger move in price action that was coming. So we do have momentum on our side pointing to the upside with a recent cross in the middle of February. Now keep in mind, when you had this cross back in June 2022 to get all the way up, it came back in October, right? So this happens for months, meaning we had months of momentum on our side. It wasn't days or hours, etc. This is a larger move of momentum coming into the market. Now, what you want to see in the stochastic RSI is you want to have this fast line, the blue one, get above this previous pivot high of about 47. That will tell us that we've shifted the momentum. That will tell us that this momentum is for real. That will tell us that this momentum could carry us up into this area here. That's what you want to see if you're an XRP bull. This pivot high, critical. Now, what you want to see in the RSI in the middle of your screen here is you want to see a move above this pivot high of October 2023. Right now, October 2023 is at about 59. Currently, the XRP is right below that, right? We want to get above 59. Why? Because we've continuously been making lower highs and we want to reverse trend. We want any signal of a reverse trend. If we get a signal of a reverse trend in the middle of a descending triangle, that could give the power and momentum to XRP to break out of this descending triangle. Now, what I will say about price action in the descending triangle here, it's definitely not a textbook descending triangle, by no means, right? But it's got the fundamental principles of a descending triangle, right? It's not a textbook descending triangle. What a textbook representation is Bitcoin, right? 2018 Bitcoin, we had our pivot high here, another lower high, another lower high, another lower high, another lower high. This is the move into the 3-day death cross. Some people on my channel say, hey, Steve, what's the 3-day death cross? You mentioned that before. If you go to the 3-day chart, you put on the 50 moving average and you put on the 200 moving average. When the 50 crosses back above the 200, it's a golden cross. When the 50 crosses below the 200, it's a death cross. We had a death cross right here, where I was literally saying, watch for a major downfall. And we covered this descending triangle, right? Where we had our base was very clean and our resistance zone very clean. Whereas XRP is not very clean with the base and our touch points aren't very clean. It's not a textbook descending triangle. However, fundamentally, it's got a lot of principles of a descending triangle. However, so did BNB, right? BNB had a textbook descending triangle, right? Where we had clear representation of resistance zone here, clearly lower lows, right? This is a high, a lower high, a lower high, a lower high, and the same base. Came back to our base, 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 and a break up, which is why the majority of the time, these break to the downside. But the keyword, majority. Majority doesn't mean 100%. Majority just means the majority, right? So sometimes this can break to the upside, and XRP is trying to make a similar move. It's inside this pressure cooker. It's getting more and more pressure built up, pent up aggression for XRP, and we have momentum on our side. We have yet to make a swing high in the RSI. We have yet to change the trend in the RSI. We have yet to change the trend in price action, but we're going to look for the clues for XRP. And by the way, which other altcoins would you like me to cover? Leave a comment down below. But with XRP, we have momentum on our side. We need momentum to get above this pivot high to start to reverse the trend. Hopefully that momentum can help us reverse the trend in the RSI. And if we have a reverse trend in the stochastic RSI, helping to make the RSI reverse trend, that could help price action make a reverse trend. If price action reverses that trend, it's going to break through here. Once price action, if price action breaks above this yellow line, that's when an explosion in price will happen. An explosion that XRP hasn't seen in recent years. It'll be significant because you have to think about it. This is a 6-year trend line, 6 years of pent up aggression. Once you burst through that, it's like the walls will let go and price will just, there's so much pent up aggression. If we break through this yellow line, it'll be similar to what we saw at BNB. In a short period of time, BNB more than doubled in price after breaking through this. And by the way, this wasn't 6 years. This was literally just 3 years, right? Less than 3 years. So we've got more than double the amount of time that we see here in XRP. The only bad news is that Bitcoin leads the market, and Bitcoin is very overextended at the moment, more overextended than it's been in recent years. Bitcoin is very overextended. That's the only thing that's in the bad news for the XRP that could help to make a downfall in price. Leave a comment down below with your XRP prediction. I'll see you right back here in the next video. This bull run is our road to 500,000 subscribers, but I need your help. Today, tell one person about our YouTube channel, how we spit facts, go against the herd, take no paid sponsorships of any kind. Road to 500,000, let's go.